Welcome back, coin hunters. Today, we're uncovering the hidden story behind the incredible Top 3 Roosevelt dime, a small coin with big history and surprising value. Could this ordinary-looking dime in your pocket be a rare collectible worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Stay with us as we reveal its history, rare full bands varieties, collector secrets, and the real market value that has coin enthusiasts searching everywhere. You might already own this prized treasure and not even know it. Let's get started. First up in the 1984, P. Roosevelt dime stands as one of the most fascinating modern American coins in the Roosevelt dime series, drawing attention from collectors who appreciate both history and condition rarity. While it may appear at first glance to be an ordinary circulation coin, the 1984 P issue has become a captivating piece for numismatists because of its place in the evolving story of modern U.S. coinage. Its appeal lies not in precious metal content, but in the pursuit of pristine examples, sharp strikes, and elusive varieties. For many collectors, this dime represents a prized treasure hidden in plain sight, proving that even recent pocket change can hold remarkable collecting value. The 1984 P. Roosevelt dime begins with its connection to Franklin D. Roosevelt, one of the most influential presidents in American history. The Roosevelt dime series was first introduced in 1946, shortly after Roosevelt's passing, to honor his leadership and his role in founding the March of Dimes, a campaign that fought polio across the nation. By 1984, the series was already deeply established in American coinage, and the Philadelphia Mint continued its tradition of production with this important issue. This particular year reflects the economic and cultural atmosphere of the mid-1980s, a period of strong economic recovery and renewed confidence in the United States. Minted at the historic United States Mint facility in Philadelphia, the 1984 P dime carries the P Mint mark, which is significant because Philadelphia dimes did not traditionally carry mint marks until 1980. This makes the P Mint mark on the 1984 dime an important identifier for collectors. The Philadelphia Mint produced an enormous 856 million-plus examples of this coin, making it a high-mintage issue, yet that abundance does not diminish the excitement surrounding high-grade survivors. Instead, it creates a fascinating challenge: finding one in near-perfect condition among millions of heavily circulated examples. The 1984 P. Roosevelt dime remains one of the most recognizable in American numismatics. The obverse features the left-facing portrait of Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek, with the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 1984. Roosevelt's portrait symbolizes resilience, leadership, and national strength. On the reverse, a central torch is flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, representing liberty, peace, and strength. This artistic combination makes the Roosevelt dime not only historically important, but visually iconic, especially when seen in uncirculated brilliance. The 1984 P dime is composed of a copper core layered with copper nickel, giving it durability and the silver-like appearance that many collectors admire. It weighs 2.27 grams and measures 17.9 millimeters in diameter, with a reeded edge that adds both security and visual character. Unlike pre-1965 Roosevelt dimes, it contains no silver, which means its numismatic worth depends entirely on condition, strike quality, and rarity rather than metal value. Its clad composition reflects the changing economics of coin production in the United States during the modern era. The 1984 P. Roosevelt dime particularly desirable is the full bands designation. On the reverse torch, the horizontal bands must show complete and uninterrupted separation to qualify. These full bands examples are much scarcer than ordinary strikes and are highly sought after by advanced collectors. While millions of 1984 P dimes exist, very few display the razor-sharp strike necessary for this designation. This distinction transforms an ordinary dime into a premium collectible, especially in upper mint-state grades where perfection becomes exceptionally difficult to find. The 1984 P. Roosevelt dime is not defined by low mintage, but by condition rarity. Circulated examples are extremely common and usually worth only face value, but gem-quality specimens in grades like MS-67 or higher become dramatically scarcer. coins graded MS-68 full bands are exceptionally rare, with only a tiny number certified by major grading services. This makes top-grade examples highly competitive in auctions, where registry-set collectors pursue them aggressively. The rarity of perfection is what drives excitement for this issue, making it a challenging and rewarding target. The 1984 P. Roosevelt dime varies greatly depending on condition. A circulated example is typically worth just 10 cents, while uncirculated examples can range from $2 to $15. Higher-end certified coins in MS-67 can sell for $30 to $100, while rare full bands examples in MS-68 have brought $800 or more at auction. Exceptional quality, flawless surfaces, and strong strike details are the key factors that boost value. Over time, these premium condition coins have shown steady appreciation, especially as registry competition increases. The 1984 P. Roosevelt dime. The best strategy is to focus on certified high-grade examples from respected grading services, such as Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company. Inspect the torch bands carefully for full bands potential, and always check for strong luster, minimal contact marks, and clean surfaces. Searching through original mint sets or unsearched bank rolls can sometimes yield surprising results. Proper storage in protective holders is essential, as even minor scratches or fingerprints can significantly reduce value. Engaging with coin collector communities and auction archives can also provide valuable insights into pricing trends and rare discoveries. The 1984 P. Roosevelt dime is a remarkable blend of history, artistry, and condition rarity that continues captivating enthusiasts worldwide. It serves as a tangible connection to the legacy of Roosevelt and the enduring Roosevelt dime series, while also offering the thrill of modern coin hunting. Though common in circulation, its finest examples stand as prized treasures in numismatics, proving that rarity is often about quality rather than quantity. For collectors and investors alike, the 1984 P. Roosevelt dime remains a rewarding pursuit, an affordable yet potentially valuable coin that represents both American history and the enduring passion of coin collecting. The 1984 P. Roosevelt dime is a fascinating modern coin in American numismatics, admired by collectors for its history, design, and hidden collectible potential. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary 10-cent piece, but to coin enthusiasts, this Philadelphia minted dime represents far more than face value. As part of the long-running Roosevelt dime series, it carries historical importance and strong collector demand, especially in high-grade condition. Its ability to captivate enthusiasts comes from the challenge of finding flawless examples and the possibility of discovering rare varieties. For many collectors, the 1984 P. Roosevelt dime remains a prized treasure that proves even modern coins can hold remarkable value. The 1984 P. Roosevelt dime connects directly to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose image has appeared on the dime since 1946. The coin was introduced to honor Roosevelt after his death and to recognize his role in supporting the March of Dimes campaign, which helped fight polio across America. By 1984, the Roosevelt dime had become one of the most recognizable coins in the United States, and the Philadelphia Mint continued its production with over 856 million pieces struck. The P Mint mark is especially notable because Philadelphia dimes only began carrying mint marks in 1980, making this feature an important detail for collectors. This coin stands as a tangible connection to America's political and social history. The 1984 P. Roosevelt dime is simple yet iconic, making it one of the most recognizable small coins in circulation. The obverse features Roosevelt's left-facing portrait, designed by John R. Cynic, along with the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and the year 1984. The reverse displays a central torch symbolizing liberty, surrounded by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength. The coin is made of a copper core with copper-nickel outer layers, weighs 2.27 grams, and measures 17.9 millimeters. In brilliant uncirculated condition, its sharp details and glowing luster create an impressive visual appeal that collectors ADM. Next up to in the 1995 D. Roosevelt dime stands as one of the most fascinating modern coins in American numismatics, captivating enthusiasts with its blend of history, artistry, and collectability. At first glance, it may appear to be an ordinary 10-cent piece, but seasoned collectors know that beneath its everyday appearance lies a coin with remarkable significance. As part of the long-running Roosevelt dime series, the 1995, D carries forward a tradition of honoring one of America's most influential presidents while remaining a prized treasure among collectors. Its appeal continues to grow because of its connection to the past, its availability in varying conditions, and the possibility of discovering premium quality examples with extraordinary value. The Roosevelt dime series began in 1946, shortly after the passing of Franklin D. Roosevelt, replacing the Mercury dime as a tribute to his leadership and his role in founding the March of Dimes campaign against polio. By 1995, the series had already been in production for nearly 50 years, making the 1995 D issue part of a rich and enduring numismatic tradition. Minted at the historic Denver Mint, this coin represents a continuation of Roosevelt's legacy during a decade marked by economic growth and technological transformation in the United States. Holding this dime is like holding a small but meaningful piece of American history, connecting collectors to both Roosevelt's era and the vibrant 1990s. The obverse design of the 1995 D. Roosevelt dime showcases the left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek. Roosevelt's profile is surrounded by the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 1995, with the small D mint mark placed beside the date to signify its Denver origin. The portrait remains one of the most recognizable coin designs in U.S. history, admired for its simplicity and dignity. On well-preserved examples, the details of Roosevelt's hair, cheek, and jawline remain sharp, giving the coin's strong eye appeal that captivates both beginner and advanced collectors alike. The reverse design is equally iconic, featuring a central torch symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength and independence. This design, also created by Sinek, represents the core values of the United States and has become one of the defining images in American coinage. On the 1995 D issue, collectors pay special attention to the torch bands, as sharply defined horizontal lines across the torch can significantly enhance the coin's desirability. These details, when fully struck, transform an otherwise common coin into a highly collectible example, making the reverse one of the most important aspects for grading specialists. From a technical standpoint, the 1995 D. Roosevelt dime was struck in a copper-nickel clad composition, consisting of a pure copper core with outer layers of copper-nickel alloy. It weighs 2.27 grams, measures 17.9 millimeters in diameter, and features a reeded edge. Unlike pre-1965 Roosevelt dimes, which contained 90% silver, this modern clad composition makes the 1995 D more affordable for collectors while still preserving its numismatic appeal. Its bright metallic finish in mint state condition can be stunning, especially when original luster remains untouched, giving the coin a brilliant shine that makes it stand out in any collection. The mintage of the 1995 D. Roosevelt dime exceeded 1.27 billion pieces, making it far from rare in circulated condition. However, rarity in numismatics is often determined by condition rather than mintage alone. While millions survive, finding examples in flawless mint state grades is much more challenging. Coins graded MS67 or higher become significantly scarcer, and those with full bands, FB designation, meaning the torch bands are fully separated and sharply struck, are especially elusive. This condition rarity is what drives collector excitement, turning an ordinary dime into a prized treasure for advanced registry collectors. The 1995 D dime. Collectors often search for off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, and doubled die varieties. While no major famous variety defines the 1995 D, like some earlier Roosevelt dimes, minor mint errors can command strong premiums depending on visibility and rarity. These mint-made imperfections make each discovery thrilling, as even a small production anomaly can elevate the coin's desirability. The possibility of finding such varieties in circulation continues to fuel the hunt, keeping this coin relevant among modern treasure seekers. In terms of market value, most circulated 1995 D. Roosevelt dimes remain worth only face value, making them common pocket change. However, uncirculated examples can range from around $1 to $15 in lower mint state grades, while premium MS-67 examples often command $40 to $100 depending on eye appeal. Coins with the sought-after full bands designation can climb dramatically, with MS-65 FB specimens reaching around $100 to $180 and top-tier certified examples bringing several $100s at auction. Exceptional high-grade full bands pieces have shown steady appreciation as collectors compete for the finest known examples. The 1995 D. Roosevelt dime. The best strategy is to focus on quality over quantity. Seek coins with strong luster, minimal contact marks, and sharp strike details, especially on the torch bands. Certification by trusted grading companies such as Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, can provide confidence in authenticity and grade. Proper storage in protective holders or albums is essential to preserve the coin's surfaces and prevent environmental damage. Joining numismatic communities and attending coin shows can also provide valuable insights into market trends and hidden opportunities. The 1995 D. Roosevelt dime is much more than a simple 10-cent coin. It is a tangible connection to the past, a work of miniature art, and a rewarding collectible for numismatists worldwide. Its historical roots in honoring Roosevelt, its iconic design, and the challenge of finding top-grade full bands examples combine to make it an enduring favorite. While it may not be the rarest Roosevelt dime in existence, its blend of accessibility and hidden premium potential ensures lasting appeal. For collectors seeking a coin that embodies history, artistry, and the excitement of the hunt, the 1995 D. Roosevelt dime remains a captivating treasure worth pursuing. The 1995 D. Roosevelt dime is a remarkable piece of modern American coinage that continues to capture the attention of collectors across the world. While millions of these dimes were struck at the United States Mint, the true fascination lies not in its face value, but in its deeper historical and collectible significance. This coin represents a lasting tribute to Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader whose influence shaped modern America during some of its most difficult times. For numismatic enthusiasts, the 1995 D. Roosevelt dime is more than pocket change. It is a prized treasure and a tangible connection to the past. Its combination of history, artistry, and collectible potential makes it a captivating piece in the Roosevelt dime series. First introduced in 1946, the Roosevelt dime series was created shortly after Roosevelt's death to honor his legacy and his important connection to the March of Dimes campaign, which fought against polio. By 1995, the coin had become an enduring symbol of American resilience and continuity. The D Mint mark on this coin identifies it as having been struck at the historic Denver Mint, one of the nation's major coin-producing facilities. The mid-1990s represented a strong period in American economic history, and coins like the 1995 D serve as snapshots of that era. Every example of this dime carries with it a story of the nation's progress, making it a meaningful addition for collectors who value history as much as rarity. The design of the 1995 D. Roosevelt dime remains one of the most iconic in American coinage. The obverse features Roosevelt's left-facing portrait, designed by John R. Sinek, with the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 1995. The reverse displays a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength. The coin is made of copper-nickel clad over a pure copper core, weighs 2.27 grams, and measures 17.9 millimeters in diameter. In uncirculated condition, the sharpness of Roosevelt's portrait and the detail of the torch bands make the coin visually striking, especially for collectors seeking the desirable full bands variety. Next up in the 1977 Roosevelt dime stands as one of the most fascinating modern-era coins in American numismatics, a small but powerful piece of history that continues captivating enthusiasts across generations. At first glance, it may appear to be an ordinary 10-cent coin, but collectors understand that the true story behind this piece goes far deeper. As part of the long-running Roosevelt dime series, the 1977 issue represents a remarkable chapter in United States coinage, blending historical legacy, artistic simplicity, and collectible appeal into one compact treasure. For many numismatists, this coin remains a prized treasure because it serves as both an accessible collectible and a meaningful tangible connection to the past. The Roosevelt dime series itself began in 1946, shortly after the passing of Franklin D. Roosevelt, honoring the president's leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. By 1977, the coin had already been in circulation for over 3 decades, making it one of America's most recognized coin designs. The 1977 Roosevelt dime was minted during a time when the United States was experiencing economic adjustments, inflation concerns, and a changing financial landscape. Produced mainly at the United States Mint facilities in Philadelphia and Denver, with proof strikes from San Francisco, this coin carried forward Roosevelt's enduring legacy and symbolized resilience, unity, and progress. The historical significance of the 1977 Roosevelt dime extends beyond its date. Roosevelt's connection to the March of Dimes gives this coin extra meaning, as the organization was originally founded to combat polio, a disease Roosevelt himself battled. This relationship transformed the dime into more than currency. It became a symbol of hope and determination. By 1977, the coin's copper-nickel-clad composition had been standard for over a decade, replacing the silver composition of pre-1965 issues. This transition reflected changing economic realities, making the 1977 issue part of America's evolving monetary story and an important piece for collectors building a complete Roosevelt dime SE. One of the most distinctive features of the 1977 Roosevelt dime lies in its timeless design, crafted by John R. Sinek. The obverse features Roosevelt's left-facing portrait, a bold and dignified image that remains one of the most recognized coin portraits in U.S. history. The reverse showcases a torch at the center, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength and independence. This combination creates a visually balanced and meaningful design that continues to resonate with collectors. Measuring 17.9 millimeters in diameter and weighing 2.27 grams, the coin may be small, but its artistic and historical presence feels much larger. The 1977 Roosevelt dime was struck in 3 main varieties: the Philadelphia issue with no mint mark, the Denver issue marked with a D, and the San Francisco proof issue carrying the S mint mark. The Philadelphia coin, with nearly 797 million struck, is by far the most common, while Denver produced over 376 million examples. San Francisco proof dimes, however, were struck specifically for collectors, featuring mirror-like fields and frosted details that give them a stunning cameo appearance. These proof issues are especially attractive in high grades and often become the centerpiece of modern dime collections. The 1977 Roosevelt dime is not considered rare in circulated grades, but condition rarity tells a very different story. High-grade examples, especially those graded MS-67 or higher, become significantly harder to find because most entered circulation and suffered wear over decades. Coins with full bands, where the horizontal bands on the torch are fully separated and sharply defined, are especially desirable because they indicate an exceptionally strong strike. These full bands examples are far scarcer and often command substantial premiums in the marketplace, turning an ordinary-looking dime into a highly sought-after collectible. Error varieties add another exciting layer of appeal to the 1977 Roosevelt dime. Collectors actively search for off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, and doubled die errors from this year. While no major famous variety dominates the 1977 issue, minor striking anomalies can still increase the coin's desirability and market value. A clean, uncirculated 1977 no-mint mark dime with a notable minting error can become a standout piece in a collection. For dedicated treasure hunters, These varieties transform everyday pocket change into potential numismatic discoveries. Market value for the 1977 Roosevelt dime depends heavily on condition, strike quality, and variety. Circulated examples are generally worth face value or slightly above, often between 10 cents and $1. Uncirculated Philadelphia examples can range from around $2 to $20, while gem-quality pieces in MS-66 or MS-67 may bring $50 to $250 or more depending on certification. Proof examples from San Francisco usually trade between $3 and $25 in standard grades, but ultra-high-grade PR-70 deep cameo examples have reached over $1,000 at auction, demonstrating the strong demand for flawless modern proof coinage. The 1977 Roosevelt dime, careful selection is essential. Prioritize certified coins from respected grading services, particularly if targeting high-grade full bands examples or premium proofs. Always inspect the torch bands, Roosevelt's hair details, and surface luster, as these are critical indicators of quality. Avoid cleaned or damaged pieces, since originality matters greatly in numismatics. Proper storage in protective holders or slabs will preserve the coin's surfaces and maintain its long-term appeal. Joining coin forums, attending shows, and studying auction records can also provide valuable insight into market trends and hidden opportunities. In the end, the 1977 Roosevelt dime remains a remarkable blend of history, artistry, and collectible charm. While it may not be the rarest coin in the Roosevelt series, its enduring connection to Roosevelt's legacy, its iconic design, and the challenge of locating pristine full bands examples keep it firmly in demand. For numismatists, this coin is far more than spare change. It is a tangible connection to the past and a prized treasure that continues captivating enthusiasts worldwide. Whether collected for historical appreciation, artistic admiration, or investment potential, the 1977 Roosevelt dime holds lasting value and remains a rewarding addition to any serious collection. The 1977 Roosevelt dime remains one of the most intriguing modern U.S. coins, captivating enthusiasts with its rich history and enduring collector appeal. Though millions were produced, this small 10-cent piece represents much more than everyday currency. It is part of the beloved Roosevelt dime series, first introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose leadership during difficult times left a lasting mark on American history. For collectors, the 1977 issue is a prized treasure because it combines accessibility, historical significance, and the excitement of discovering high-grade or unusual examples. Minted in both United States mint facilities at Philadelphia, with no mint mark, and Denver, with the D mint mark, along with proof versions from San Francisco carrying the S mint mark, the 1977 Roosevelt dime reflects an important period in U.S. coinage. By this time, dimes were struck in copper-nickel-clad composition rather than silver, marking the continued transition into America's modern coinage era. The coin also carries a deeper symbolic connection through Roosevelt's association with the March of Dimes, making it a tangible connection to the past and a reminder of national perseverance. The design of the 1977 Roosevelt dime remains one of its strongest attractions. Created by John R. Sinek, the obverse displays Roosevelt's portrait with sharp, clean detail, while the reverse features the iconic torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Measuring 17.9 millimeters and weighing 2.27 grams, the coin's compact size hides its artistic importance. In uncirculated condition, its luster and strike quality can be especially striking, and collectors often seek full bands examples, where the torch's horizontal lines are fully visible and sharply separated. In terms of rarity and market value, the 1977 Roosevelt dime is common in circulated grades, but pristine examples are much harder to locate.